Good morning, children. A very good morning to all of you. This is Aprajita ma'am speaking here. Now, today again we are going to do questions on Winter Song, the poem which is written by Catherine Mansfield. Let me just show you all here. Today, what is our lesson today? So, today here, see, our lesson is The Winter Song, written by Catherine Mansfield. Now, today we are going to do the question answers of the poem Winter Song. But before that, I'll just tell you all, I'll just recapitulate the poem The Winter Song. What is it written about? What does the poet want to tell us about in the poem The Winter Song? Now, here in the poem Winter Song, which is written by Catherine Mansfield, the rain and the winter season have caused a lot of miseries to all living creatures. This is what she wants to tell us. She mentions about how the rain has wetted everything around. The people, those who are going out to work, they get their feet wet in this rainy season. And she also mentions about the beggar children who has got no place to go to keep themselves warm during the winter season. In the poem, she also mentions about the little birds and the animals, the scampering animals, those who do not find any place to live in, and there's very less amount of food for them in the winter season. So this is what the main theme of the poem The Winter Season is about. So now let's come up to the question answers which we have got in the poem. Now every picture of mine will represent my answer for the questions which has been given in your chapter. So here, what is my first question? Which season is the poet waiting for? Now, which is the season you can find out here in the picture? Just see here. The answer is the poet is waiting for the summer to arrive. So, what is the answer to the question there? The poet is waiting for this summer season with bright sunlight for the summer season to arrive. Okay, now coming up to the next question, the second question. Just see here. What happens to the people on the streets in these seasons? What happens to the people on the street, those who come out? My answer is, during rainy season, the people on the streets run with all their might and their feet become wet in the rain. And in the winter season, when people move out of their houses, they totally get wet due to the hail and the storm there. So this happens to the people when they come out of their houses in the rainy season and in the winter season. Now the next answer, as I scroll up, I hope the answers are clear to all of you. Now here is my next question, the answer to my next question. Who are the people and animals the poet feels are suffering the most in this season? Whom do we find the poet feels is suffering the most? So here are the people and the animals. Whom do you find here? The birds. Who are those? Just see here. The poet feels the robin and the poor beggar children. Let me show you all. Just see here. The poor beggar children. Here the robins and the poor beggar children. Here we find them suffering the most. Okay. So here again, as I scroll up, the poor beggar children and the robins. They are the ones who are suffering the most in this season. Okay, children, it's clear to you all. Now coming up to my next question. Just see here. Okay, How is sleet different from rain? How is sleet, which falls in the winter season, different from rain? Now, first of all, we must know what is sleet. So, just see, sleet is the solid form of the ice and rain is the liquid form of it. Sleet is the solid form and rain is the liquid form. Okay, so this is what we find as sleet in the winter season. Okay, and here I have given y'all a difference of in the warm season and in the cold season. In the warm season, you will find it falling down as rain, whereas in the cold season, we find out here it's falling down as sleet. So this is what it is. The liquid form is the rain and the solid form is the sleet. It's all the same. So what will be my answer? Sleet is solid form of the ice and rain is the liquid form of it. Okay children, I hope it's clear to you all. Now coming up to my next part here. What is my question there? Just see. Identify words that are related to weather as mentioned in the poem. Now what are the words which are related to the poem here which we are reading? First of all, we can find ice. Next, what do we find here? We find here there's hail. And then what do we find? The summer season. So what are the words which we find we've mentioned here in this poem? Sleet, hail, ice, summer and gale. These are the words which has been mentioned to us in the poem and they are all related. Okay. Now coming up to the last question from this poem. What do we have? What does the poet want to convey to us through the poem? What is it? What does he want to convey? Just see here when I show you all. Here, the poet wants to convey the impact of the extreme weather on the poor, needy and the vulnerable people on the street. And he also wants to convey, what does he want to convey? Just see here the condition of the poor children on the street. This is what he wants to convey to us. And what does he want to convey? A little more, what does he want to convey? Just see here. What is it? That summer is the season of comfort and brightness. So, what does the poet want to convey through his poem? I say it up to you all once more. The poet wants to convey the impact of the extreme weather condition on the poor and the needy. And he also wants to convey that summer is the season of comfort and brightness to all of us. This is what is his message to us through the poem. Okay children, I hope you all enjoyed a lot with all the answers here and I hope you all are waiting for the next chapter to be started. Your next chapter is The Invisible Man, where I'll be again sending you all videos of explanation. Okay, so please note down your questions. Your homework for today is, after going for explanation of the answers, you all are going to note down the answers from the PDF which I am sending you. So, it's a thank you from my side. A thank you to all of you for listening to me and for going through the explanation of the answers from my side. Okay, thank you children.